Hey good people, welcome back to my channel. I am your girl Jessica. For those of you who don't know, I am a life coach for women. I help women all over the world tap into their most true and authentic selves. I help my clients build confidence, create healthy boundaries, and really start living the lives that they truly desire. Now with all that being said, let's hop into today's video. So today we're talking about boundaries, why boundaries are so important and why we need them in our relationships. But first, some may be asking, what are boundaries? Boundaries are a set of guidelines that a person creates to identify healthy, safe ways that other people will behave towards them and treat them. Once you think about a trampoline, have you ever seen one of those trampolines that have the safety net that goes all the way around it? That safety net ensures that those kids, whether they're jumping or they jump too high, they run into one another, they cannot go outside of the bounds of that safety net. So think about the relationships that you're involved in, whether it be romantic relationships or relationships with a family member. Think of that relationship as the trampoline and think of the boundaries as that safety net that's going around it. That safety net ensures that there's a mutual respect on both ends, and that if that boundary is crossed, that means you're putting yourself in an unsafe zone. Kid falls off that trampoline, they hurt themselves. And with relationships, you can look at it the same way. The moment that you start allowing people to cross your boundaries is when you start to allow yourself to become hurt. People end up being very, very miserable when they allow people to just handle them however they want to. All that being said, why do we need healthy boundaries? Why do we need to create healthy boundaries for our relationships? I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why. Number 1, boundaries weed out the people that should not be in your life in the first place. Boundaries weed out the manipulators, the violators, the people who want to take advantage of you. It's gonna weed out all of those people, and you know why? Because people who like to take advantage of other people don't like boundaries. They don't like rules or guidelines. The moment that you start choosing yourself, the moment that you start telling them no, the moment that you start telling them how you feel about the ways in which they're treating you, letting them know that there'll be consequences for crossing those boundaries, those type of people will go away on their own. Number 2, boundaries set the tone for the relationship, and they set the tone for how that person is going to treat you. If you're the type of person who has no boundaries, who has no limits, people talk to you any type of way, they run you around to do this and that, you never say no, you always go, 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 you never really expect anything in return, you never have any expectations for the part that they're gonna play in the relationship. You don't have any expectations for what they're gonna put back into the relationship. You allow people to make a lot of withdrawals but never demand that they make any deposits. That person already knows what you allow and what you do not allow. Number 3, creating healthy boundaries makes you feel empowered, which will ultimately improve the relationship dramatically. So many people engage on a daily in relationships that they really don't get any benefits from. And I don't mean benefits in a monetary sense or any type of materialistic way. I mean getting their emotional needs met, getting their mental needs met. People just take relationships as is. They take people as they are. They allow people to treat them any type of way and be manipulated by them, and they never say anything. They just accept what is. But knowing that you have a voice in your relationship, knowing that you have a say-so as to how that person can behave and how that person can talk to you and treat you, having those abilities allow you to feel empowered. And again, being empowered helps improve that relationship. Number 5, if you go in the store, they're gonna make sure that you have on a shirt, a pair of pants or shorts, and a pair of shoes. There are rules, there are guidelines to going into that store. You go into a courtroom, a lot of times they'll tell you to either leave your phone outside in the car or simply turn your phone off when you go in. There's rules and regulations to going inside of that courtroom. And you might be thinking, well, what do I have to do with being a store? It's not about being a store or a courtroom. Look at it like this. You are a walking brand. We know all about brands and how important it is to really carry yourself with integrity and professionalism because you are a walking brand. Well, I'm saying this to those who have 9-to-5s as well. You are no different. You are a walking brand whether you know it or not. You need to start treating yourself like a walking brand. You need to have a set of do's and don'ts for the people who you allow into your presence. I was talking to a friend the other day and she was telling me about another mutual friend who went on a date with a new guy. And before they left, she told the guy, hey, that's expensive cargo right there. You make sure you take care of it. And that really resonated with me, because I think that we should all treat ourselves like expensive cargo. Treat yourself like that expensive item in the box. The box surrounding you says fragile. The box around you says handle with care. Why? Because that is expensive cargo in that box. And ladies, you need to start treating yourself like the expensive cargo that you are. There needs to be do's and don'ts for how people can handle you. So, sis, when you think about yourself, you need to feel respected and protected in each and every relationship that you have, whether that be with a family member or someone that you're dating. And that goes for mentally, physically, and emotionally. So in a nutshell, you need to have healthy boundaries set in place for each and every relationship that you have. And if you don't have any relationships right now, I really, really suggest that you sit down and think about the things that are working in those relationships that you're in, the things that are not working. Things that make you feel uncomfortable, things that make you feel upset or anxious or angry. Those are the things that you need to look at, and you need to figure out what you truly want going forward. A lot of times when my clients talk to me, they talk to me about things that are going on, conflict and issues that they're having, maybe with a family member again or their significant other. They always start off by telling me how the other person feels and what's going on with them, and the reasons why they don't want to say anything about this and that. That person has a lot going on and they don't want to stress them. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. But what I teach my clients is you have to really put yourself first. Until you are willing to put yourself first, everything else is going to be out of whack. I can promise you that. When you don't choose yourself, you leave no room for the other person to ever want to choose you, because you're not even willing to choose you. If you or anybody else that you know is looking for a life coach, who's looking to take their power back in their life, who's looking to build their self-confidence, who wants to start showing up in their life as their authentic self, the person that they know that they're destined to be. They want to start creating healthy boundaries. They want to start pursuing relationships that are going to serve them. Then please contact me at my website. I will leave the link below, and get started with a free 30-minute discovery call. And I promise you, you won't regret investing in yourself. That's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, you guys be blessed.